Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Now on second down. Now on the option. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. To the ground and try to move the chains. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from their own 46. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He'll ride his man on the option. Running back searching for a hole. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pickup of 5 and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. And it'll be a touchdown.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Give to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On the move. Breaks into the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Bell. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
On the direct snap, it's Bowers. He'll pitch it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. but the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback keeper. And they're in for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Connection to the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. It doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Defense not showing press coverage. After the incompletion, they go back up top. A strike downfield.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Flips it out on the screen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They'll try the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wide receiver going in motion. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it's in there for a touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisiana Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. To the air, it's Bailey. A little release to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Working the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, now through the quarterback, you got to know in this game, you better be ready every snap. You better know where the pressure is coming from because this defense is going to bring it from all over the place.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Got enough for the first. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he's got a touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He wants it all. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So the O-lineman got a little too far downfield. It wipes out the touchdown, and they'll back it up 5. And here comes the offense on second down. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The give on the option. And he hammers his way in for a touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air, it's Bailey. It's complete on the right side. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first and picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
First and 10.
Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Gain of 8. Second down coming up.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Poe. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
To the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Diaz. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. The tag. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Louisiana Tech. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Line getting set on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. It's a seam wide open. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. grabbed in the middle. It's Diaz. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He hurls one deep down the left side. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He'll start this drive firing. He's taking the shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Handoff to the lone back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It and fires to the left. And he's in for the touchdown. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. Oh, all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
At the 21. 2nd down coming up.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the left. Crosses the 35. At midfield, he's got room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And to say this game has been entertaining would be a vast understatement. Let's go ahead and catch our breath for a moment and also catch up on the stats. Scoreboard operator better stay loose. Plenty of time to go here as we start the 4th. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the offense will take any help it can get. Thanks for the penalty. 2nd and goal, closer to the doorstep. Try to barge their way in. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Finds his man in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
By the receiver.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Gonna run it. It's Poe.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Gotta know when to give up the play. You can tell he was out of whack, out of sorts. He's had some success rushing the football today, but nowhere to go. But at the end of the play, give it up. Don't sit there and take those extra hits. Those aren't necessary. Slide on the ground. You're not getting any positive yards anyway. Save those physical hits for those 3rd down and shorts, 4th down and shorts, red zone opportunities.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. The throw to the outside is complete.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it down the right side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Poe. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. Quarterback keeps it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him, in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It's 1st down from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. He's got it on the run. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Via the screen.
And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.